Hello everybody, welcome.
How are you?
We have a very special guest tonight, but first, Jade here has prepared a little song for the audience.
And I'm hoping my co-host, my cohort, my partner in crime, the one and only Nicholas J. Jansen, may join in a little bit while I sing it.
T. Jansen.
Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Did he go away and leave you all alone? Got a bad desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Can he do you the things that I do too? Oh no, I can take you higher. Oh, I'm on fire.
We're going live with Super Jenna. Super Jenna.
Sometimes it's like some took a life, baby, as you know, and cut a 6-inch valley through the middle of my soul. And now I wake up with a sheet soaking wet and a freight train running through the middle of my head. Only you can cool my desire. Oh, I'm on fire. Oh, wildfire.
Wildfire.
Oh, wildfire life.
Well done.
Well, we are back. It is a
Special
Thursday late stream.
Thursday edition. How are you? Well.
Right hand, left hand. Now we're good. It's good to see you. Nick's a working man now.
That's great.
He's got a job serving, and I'm working.
I'm a servant.
Almost done on the show Tall Boys, and I'm going to be taking some travel time, going to Sault Ste. Marie, and doing some stuff. So excited,
cool.
Very exciting.
Very cool.
Hope everybody's doing well. I see Jason, I see Greg, and I see Me Sort of Fire, which is a wildfire photographer. Is that Manny? Manny, is that you? You're a wildfire photographer, firefighter photographer who has been in talks to potentially do a live stream at some point. So Manny, thanks for tuning in, my man, my Manny. Yeah, just excited to introduce Super Jenna.
It's very exciting.
Her name is Jenna. She's 39 years old, and she's been happily married to her best friend in the world. They have a daughter who's 17, and she lives in Florida and works for a small-town suburb fire department outside of Fort Lauderdale.
Originally from Brazil, she came to the U.S. in 2004 to chase a dream, and that dream changed a few times as far as what she would become, but always had passion and strong work ethic.
After living in Boston, she moved to Florida and met her husband and joined a gym. At that gym, she met her future fire chief and worked out with other women who were in the fire service there. Her job at the time was relocating, and she needed to make a change in life and wanted to do something to give back to the country that took her in.
She went to the fire academy and later became a driver engineer, a paramedic, and now a captain. And she loves the fire service. Says it's in her blood.
We're super stoked, always stoked because we're wildfire guys. We keep ourselves stoked.
That's true.
To interview Jenna on her journey and her path to her own form of success and what she defines as success, and looking forward to just learning about what it takes to actually be a firefighter, some of the things that she's encountered, as well as just break bread on a Thursday evening, a late stream.
A late stream, if you will. Thank you for being here.
I feel like without a guest, now we sit back and now it becomes a podcast. So we're still...
Well, we need the mics in our faces.
So we're trying to figure out the next format for the wildfire live stream. So if anybody has any suggestions, please feel free. We're looking forward to Super Jenna welcoming. All right.
Shall we?
I think we shall. Jenna, we're going to invite you right in. Just want to let everybody know that they can use the question feature on Instagram Live. Ask questions. And welcoming Super Jenna to the wildfire live stream. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's our pleasure. My name is Jade and
Nick.
And we are very honored to have you come and do an interview with us tonight. This is awesome.
Well, again, thank you for having me, and I feel very blessed to have this opportunity.
Well, and I guess to start off, just with some icebreaker questions, but how are you?
I'm good. It's late, but I'm still awake. That's, you've been trying to get me to have this interview for quite a while. I work a lot, and I'm glad it finally happened. And, I wish it had uh, been able to have done it sooner, but we're here, right?
No, it's all about
Timing's right.
timing's right. So we just have some like kind of like funny sort of questions just to sort of like break the ice and have a just like kind of a casual back and forth. But starting, what is your favorite food?
My favorite food is actually pho soup. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Vietnamese style.
Yeah, and a fun fact about me is I'm a vegetarian, so a lot of people don't know I don't eat any meats. So pho soup, it's perfect.
It works.
Yeah.
What's your favorite word?
My favorite word is fudge. And it's exactly what you're thinking of. I don't want to say the cursing word, so I just say fudge all the time.
When you're in working with other fire people on in the service, do you say fudge or do you say the other word?
Fudge.
Fudge. What sound or noise do you love?
What?
Sound or noise do you love?
Noise. Probably the fan sound for sleep, or even sometimes I put the YouTube channel on raining sound just to help me turn off and relax and sleep better.
That's nice.
Totally. What sound or noise do you hate?
Um, Probably yelling. Like, I don't like toxic yelling. And that's one thing that in my position, I try, I mean, I can be firm to people to make sure I'm heard and they understand what I want to be done, but I do not toxic yell at people. I don't like that to myself. I don't do it to others.
Right. So like that in regards to how you lead, you find that like leading with a lower register, not as loud, not screaming at people, but being very just like calm and direct is a better way to deal.
Exactly.
Um, I know that we've already encountered fudge, but do you have a favorite curse word?
It's probably the same one, just,
The
not
fudge
the fudge one.
cousin, fudge's cousin,
Yeah.
What's your go-to song for driving in the car?
or driving in the fire truck.
Um, Well, I love, actually, probably not gonna believe this, but I love gospel music. It's uplifting, so I find myself more inspired to get things done and be always on a go. But one of my favorite songs are "Born This Way"
Lady,
from I forgot
Lady Gaga.
but it's like a firefighter song. It's a
Oh,
really good song.
oh, okay, true, cool, nice. So you're
Born for this. I'm sorry. It's
born.
born for this, not born this way.
So you work as a paramedic as well.
Yes, I am a firefighter paramedic certified, but the fire department I work for is a small town suburban fire department. So we are a BLS engine, but we have two departments that run together. So the other department does have a rescue, which I get to have hands-on doing the paramedic skills, but I'm mostly on engine, so.
I was
Pretty
just
much is more fire than EMS.
Well, I was just curious because having two careers, and we often bring people onto this live stream that sometimes have more than one, two, or three, or four different types of jobs that they do. That leads into what profession, rather than your own, would you like to attempt?
Well, I don't know if I mentioned to you, I work with the fire department, and at the same time, I work with code enforcement, which I know people don't like us because we enforce the codes and regulations at the city. So anyway, I started a fire inspector, which is in the fire field. So I do wish to become a fire investigator, but at the moment I'm only certified as a fire inspector level 1. I would still have to go level 2, and I am not even sure what comes after that, but it's more steps until you become a fire investigator.
Right. Well, we kind of wanted to, I guess, go into a little bit of your origin story, I suppose is a good way to put it. But in your bio, just what it was like moving to the U.S. and pursuing your definition of the American dream for yourself, and what that journey's been like for you from like coming to the U.S.
Yeah, the main thing, I come from a very small town, south of Brazil. So moving to the US and to a big city in Boston, it was a cultural shock, let's say it. But I work hard. I mean, I pretty much like dedicated myself to become something, and I'm gonna kind of fall back to my notes here because I kind of lose track.
No problem.
But let me
I love that you made
just.
notes. I don't think anybody else has ever made notes that have come onto the live stream. So that's good. You come prepared.
Yeah, yeah, that's why I normally don't do much live, but um, pretty much like the American dream, it's more like uh, America is the place for opportunities, So, how many people do you know that left their whole entire life behind and took like a step of faith and actually succeed? And this place is a place for the opportunities. If you work hard, I mean, the sky's the limits here. And by not being a firefighter there and moving to the US, I was working in a bank, and that bank just started having like hardships and stuff. And I saw people right and left let go all of a sudden. And I was always like a multitasker. So, which makes me more valuable like as an employee, because I can do more things than normally people can focus in one task.
Right.
And that didn't happen to me, which was a blessing, because as I became later on part-time at that job, it helped me, with paramedic school and all the certifications I had to get done. And, it all worked out. What it seemed to be like something very concerned at the moment, it was all, something that I had to go through in order to get to where I am today, kind of thing.
Yeah, I love that.
Talking about specifically once you got into your field, I guess what kind of discipline and training went into that decision, and at what point did you decide that that's what you wanted to do?
Well, first, when I first started looking into what I wanted to do as far as career, because when you face the chance of losing a job, you end up, oh my gosh, I want something that it's secure, that it's gonna be there for me. So at first I spoke with my husband, and I was looking into federal law enforcement at the time, and he is a police officer. So from that, I remember I was working out at the gym, and I ended up meeting my future fire chief there, which I was wearing a firefighter shirt. He thought I was a firefighter and introduced himself. And from there on, he invited me to go visit the station one day. And from the first time I went there, I went for a Santa run, which is done on Christmas time. Pretty much somebody dresses up as a Santa. We go on an engine and we deliver like gifts for the kids in the town. So I literally fell in love with those events and everything else I participated, as far as details that all firefighters, go to events. And for more that I learn about the job and everything that involved firefighting. I was like, this is what I want to do it, and from that point on, I did fire academy. No, first EMT school. EMT is emergency medical technician, is like the basics of a first responder, more like nothing advanced as far as saving lives, but everything starts with the basics. So it is really important to know how to do that well in order to become a good paramedic. The second course I took was Fire Academy. So the training itself that you asked me the question from, I was also a bodybuilder competitor for a couple of years. So I was shredded. But if you ask me, were you strong enough for firefighting? No, I was
Oh,
too skinny. So the whole training changed in order to join the fire academy, because you have to pass a physical agility test, and you have a certain time that you have to do. You have to complete that test, is either pass or fail. And I passed on the first time. And from that point on, I never looked back. From After I graduated Fire Academy, I started at this fire department as firefighter EMT. After I done that, I didn't had the money yet to start paramedic school, so I invested on pump operator, which made me promote as a driver engineer in a department. After I done that driving course, and had a couple of years, at least 1 year and a half, I think I had. Uh, they promoted me fire lieutenant there, which normally it's, unless you have a rescue, there is no lieutenants technically on a department, but ours does. And then the next step is, promote as a fire captain.
uh,
I also did, after, that I did fire inspector 1, and then paramedic.
okay. So quite a journey, and a lot of I guess, just, did it seem natural for you to go in this progression? Like, when it came to you, it was like, this seems like my calling.
Yeah, like I love everything about the fire field. That's why, I even said, I'm 39 years old. I am very physically fit, and I know I can go on like this for a while. I don't think that's gonna change, but age will get me at some point, and I still want to stay in a fire field, and that's why I'm looking into the fire inspector
Right.
area. So it's something that I can keep doing what I love to do, but for later on, when, let's say, the body cannot do it anymore, then I step down on that, and pursue the fire inspector for good.
Well, well, I mean, do you want to go?
No, no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I guess, just, I'm just curious. Obviously, we Nick and I both, we worked on a feature film called Wildfire, and that sort of was the starting point for all of these live streams. And this is the first time, which is why we're so honored that we're actually speaking with somebody that deals with the nature of fire, and how the safety and the danger of it works. So I'm just curious to go a little bit through some of the experiences you've had with fire, and being a firefighter, and yeah, just like the danger and the safety involved.
I mean, everybody knows it's a deadly job. Police and fire. I mean, we do not know the dangers we're gonna face every time we go on shift. The department I work for is not as busy as big city fire departments, but we do have days, and we do have incidents that are bigger than other incidents that normally place the calls. So I think the main thing with that is keep your mental health, and the physicality as well. It is important to have a good support system at home. Like I'm blessed to have my husband, which he can relate to the field. He see as much as I see in a field, probably even more, because his department is much busier than mine. But there is things that it is hard to forget. I mean, I think when you get the call, it's probably for somebody's worst day, that you're running into their emergency. And sometimes I do like I go like, oh wow, this is happening. But something just, the adrenaline just kicks in, and I think you just keep it all together, and you talk afterwards about it, and you go, wow, that was probably the number one call, but we got it through it, and everything worked out just fine. But I mean, again, support system at home, probably one of the most important things. It is important to talk about things that you see, and be heard, and know that it is normal sometimes to feel that way. And pretty much, like, fire calls, they don't happen all the time. I never had so far. I'm 5 years with the department I am in, so I never had any call where there was somebody inside a structure. So that makes better, I would say, in a sense that I never had to take somebody dead out of a building, which I believe it will be something that it will be hard to forget. But other than that, I mean, you see death in the field, and it's more like challenging when you have to talk to the family when it happens, because it's their loved ones.
Right.
Absolutely. Well, we always ask about the kind of work-life balance of it all, and you talk a little bit about the support system you have with your husband and family. Just want to know, like, just the balance you found with home life and work on the field.
Yeah, well, I work a lot. He works a lot too. We try to, you know, spend more time together. It mostly over the weekend. But I mean, it is challenging in a sense. Like like today, we met after work to have soup together. He knows I love soup. Um, but it is our way to make time. So we see each other. Like when he gets home, I'm normally sleeping. So that's our life. It works because we get along so well, and we understand all the sacrifices of being a first responder takes. I don't think a lot of people have an idea how much we work, and how much time we put in. I mean, most of us, while people have holidays, we are working on the holidays, and there's not always that thing that you can just plan on a big dinner for Thanksgiving. You most likely will be working that day. But commemorate other days. Not normally on the date, but it still works.
Yeah, just about finding that time.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to do a quick shout out to badass women like yourself, saving lives and risking it all, and just being and putting yourself out there. I'm just just wanted to give you that sort of that energy, pushing that your way, Jenna. That's awesome.
Thank you.
And just once again, very grateful for having you on this live stream. What are some of your passions outside of work?
Well, I love working out. I mean, I want to go back to bodybuilding competitions. And at the moment, I do have a new coach, which I'm training very hard to change my physique, to bring a different physique to the stage and beat the last one, let's say. But it's been 5, 6 years since my last competition because I was completely focused on fire.
Yeah.
Um, Other than that, I mean, I think pretty much my husband and I, we are building our first home. And that is something that it's exciting. I mean, um, it's our first new home. I do want to have a French bulldog, those little puppies that are adorable, but that will only happen once this new house is built and ready to move in. So there's a lot of things that are on plans and are very exciting. But until we get there, we live right now, work very hard to just keep everything going.
And also talking about your social media page, you have a very substantial following here on Instagram, and just talking about the role that plays for you, and connecting with other people in your profession, and specifically other women in your profession. How important is it for you to connect with others?
Yeah, honestly, the Instagram page started like as a fun thing to do. And then as I started getting more and more followers because of my profession, I found this chance of using this platform as like a chance to inspire others. And in my case, I'm trying to inspire young females to pursue the career in the fire field. So far, I have a lot of girls that reach out via direct message asking me questions, what they have to do in order to, join a fire academy. And I try to kind of give the steps, and I kind of share that it's not going to be easy. They will have to be persistent. Like in my case, I probably had more obstacles and challenges than I expected throughout the whole thing. But at the end of the day, I don't see it as negative. It helped build my character, my work ethic. So it made me resilient in a sense, because every time something would keep falling backwards, I will push on. And even if I may share with you the name Super Jenna, I had an injury on a fire academy halfway through the fire academy, and most people would have quit and healed first and then came back to start over. Not me. I stay and I fought my way until the end and pass everything. And at the time, I had a trainer that he would. I hired that trainer to learn how to lift weights in a proper form, because a lot of people just train and don't get results. I wanted to get those results, and the best way to do that is learning the proper way to lift weights. So he actually nicknamed me Super Jenna after that, because it's not a lot of people that will get injured like that and still push through it and get it done.
Well, yeah, cheers to that persistence and perseverance that you've shown in getting where you are and where you're going to continue to go. We always like to give our guests the opportunity to shout out anybody they'd like to, but maybe specifically any of your mentors or people that have helped you along the way.
I can tell you along the way, I had a lot of mentors. Like I think my husband, number one supporter. I mean, if I didn't have his support, in a sense that he believed in me through the ups and downs, he never like say, "Oh, I think we should look into something else." No, he was right there with me, cheering me along the way. So number one, my husband, my fire chief as well. I mean, I have many special people that I will not be able to name everybody, but if I will tell you my story, like with the specifics, with the ups and downs, the people that came along the way that were just a blessing at the time, like they were placed in my life at the right moment, with a purpose, that just made me just keep going. Like every time I felt, wow, maybe this is turning, not the way I expected, and it might not end up. It will just next day meet someone that, you know, completely change that mindset, and just help me keep going, never looking back, just pressing on.
That's awesome. Well, I guess maybe if anything, we have still a lot of people here in the live stream. If anybody wants that's watching to pose any questions for Jenna, but I mean, I just kind of want to take a moment just to say once again thank you, and
Thank you. Yeah.
this has been a really nice interview with you, and I wish you really good luck with the house, with the new house that you are building. That is a wonderful thing to celebrate, and hopefully for your new puppy as well. And cheers to your husband for the support, and just something that I keyed in on what you were saying was just his belief in you, and that is something beautiful to celebrate as well. So to have people believe in you is everything, and so that's awesome.
Absolutely. And that is, if I may share also, I remember while in a fire academy, one of my mentors, one of my instructors, when I made the comeback with the injury and stuff, I was struggling a lot, because it's not the same strength, you're hurting. So I, at one time where I was frustrated, I heard this instructor saying, I'm not worried, you got this. When he said those words, something in me just flared up, and he was right. I got it. Like I just got it done. It gives you like a sense, like he believes in me. That's what I have to do too. I have to believe in myself, and just get it done.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's important.
Well, it was an honor to talk to you, Jenna. Thank you so much. Glad we could finally schedule it.
Absolutely.
And
if you ever need anything from us, let us know. We're on Team Super Jenna.
Oh, yay. Thank you so much for having me. And same thing, if you guys ever need anything, I'm here. You know how to reach out to me. And thank you again for this opportunity.
Yeah, just keep inspiring the next generation of young women to pursue the fire field.
Yeah, if there's any young women watching, or just any women in general, or anybody in general that wants some, I guess, advice on getting started, and just some of the things that you can expect about what getting involved as a firefighter would be like, we got Jenna here. She's your resource, so check it out.
Exactly. Just send me a message, and I will see what I can do as far as answering the questions. If I don't know, I will find out.
And thanks everybody for joining in the chat there. A lot of people popped through, so thanks a lot. And
thank you.
Have a good night. And
you guys too. Thank you so much.
Talk to you soon. Thank you, Jenna.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, another live stream in the books, Nicholas.
Success, sir.
Well, 4 more to go.
Thank you, Jenna, and thank you, everyone. Good night.
Good night, guys. Have a wonderful night. A wonderful evening. Thanks, Jackson, for tuning in. That's my little brother.